If you've got back pain, you've probably been told you should do the plank to get rid of your back pain because you've got weak abs. Maybe it was a PT, maybe it was a trainer, maybe it was your mom. Whatever the case, we want to make sure you know how to do the plank exercise correctly. So we're going to show you how to do it in this video, and we're going to talk about when the plank is a good idea to help you with your back pain, and also when it's probably not a great idea and why it just sometimes doesn't work when you've got back pain. The plank is an excellent way to start kicking in your abdominal muscles. If you have weak abdominal muscles, it's going to be hard for you to maintain lower spine stability and to maintain overall good posture. If your body is out of alignment, out of whack, asymmetrical, that can lead to back pain. That's why the plank is helpful and why we include it in the back pain fix, which you'll find a link to in the description section down below. To do the plank, start on the floor on your hands and knees. You're going to come onto your forearms and then extend your feet behind you with your knees straight and your legs close together. You want to keep your spine in a neutral alignment, making sure that the lower back does not arch. For many people, it's going to be helpful to actually try to completely flatten the lower back to make sure that you're really engaging your abdominals and are maintaining proper posterior pelvic tilt. A lot of people are stuck in anterior tilt all the time, and that leads to lower back pain. Doing the plank with this focus on posterior pelvic tilt helps you improve the control of the pelvic tilt and provides a good base of stability for the lower back so that your upper back can do what it needs to do throughout the day. While doing this, you want to feel your abs really strongly engaged. You want to feel your quads, your glutes, and also your shoulders being very active throughout the exercise. To increase the engagement of your abs, think about pulling your arms down towards your feet and your feet towards your arms. This will create a scissor effect into the ground that will engage your abdominals even more. You can also do this exercise with your arms straight and your elbows locked. You want to have your hands underneath your shoulders, and you want to make sure that your shoulders are active so that your shoulder blades don't collapse. They should be wrapped tightly against the rib cage. If you find that this exercise is a little bit too difficult and you struggle to hold it for even 10 seconds, then you may want to try this on an elevated surface. You can use a bench or a chair. You can even use a wall as the easiest version of this exercise so that you can get acquainted with all the muscle activity required. Even though the plank is a great exercise to help you build abdominal strength and to get rid of back pain, it doesn't always work. It's not a 100% cure. So let's talk about the reasons why it doesn't always work and when it won't work. One situation that we've seen where the plank is not helpful for back pain is when you are already in this position. If your low back is constantly flat and rounded, you've got your tailbone tucked all the time, your rib cage is collapsed, and you have lower back pain and you do more planks, it's probably not going to be a good thing. You're actually training yourself deeper and deeper into a pattern that's driving you into back pain. Another scenario that we've seen where doing planks is not helpful, at least in the beginning, is if you have some sort of big asymmetry in the position of your body. So this is common if you have back pain on just one side, where either your rib cage is shifted off, or your hips are shifted, or your rib cage is tilted, and you just have muscles that are developed in an asymmetrical way on the two sides of your body. Then you end up with pain on one side or the other. If that sounds like you, by the way, be sure to check out the linked video for lower back pain on just one side of your body, because there are things you can do to address that. Another extremely common situation where doing the plank is just not going to solve your back pain problems is when your hip muscles are stiff, inflexible, and weak. If your body can't do basic things like bending from the hips, allowing you to actually, say, touch your toes, then your spine often takes the hit. A lot of times you'll just round your back and try to grab the ground, and that's not going to be a good strategy. If you find that it's really difficult for you to do things like squat down to the floor, again, your spine is going to compensate and you're going to end up with back muscles that are unhappy. So doing more planks to build strength in your abs doesn't really solve that problem. Just because you have stronger abs doesn't mean your hips are going to do their jobs correctly. And if they don't do their jobs correctly, then your back is going to complain. One final situation where just doing planks won't work is when your shoulders are not functioning well. So if they're too stiff to give you full range of motion and you start compensating with your lower back, then doing more planks is not going to solve that issue. You have to actually have full range of motion with your shoulders and control of your rib cage in order to feel comfortable in your low back. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of all these situations, then be sure to check out the Back Pain Fix. We're going to have links up above and down below. It's a program that we've made to help you systematically and simply fix your back pain at home yourself. I'm Matt Hsu from Upright Health, reminding you that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.